Welcome to Investors Insights. Our topic today is housing boom or bust. We hope you're setting up the grill and getting ready for the cookout, whether you're at your house, by the lake, out at the beach. And on that note, we also want to talk about housing this Labor Day weekend, since so many people are planning events. Housing is a topic that we've been focused on, and you may ask yourself, how does housing construction impact my portfolio? I'm invested in stocks, bonds, ETFs, mutual funds. How can that impact? Well, there's data out there that we track to understand how the consumer is spending their money or investing their money. And Bobby, you brought up some points in our meeting in regards to housing. Talk about that.
Yeah, so looking at mortgage applications, they're still low versus history. And the concern is we have a booming economy, record employment, rates are still low compared to history.
Well, rates are low, but they've gone up considerably. They were at one point at like roughly 3.4%. Now they're in between 4.5 and 4.6. Now that's historically very low, but if you're comparing your month-over-month expenses, it's gone up a good bit. If you were trying to buy a house over a year ago versus now, it looks a lot different than it did.
Oh, very much so, and that's one of the questions in regards to interest rates and housing is at what point do we get to the pain point of those interest rates? Yeah. And it's a topic we're watching.
Yeah, and so we're looking at why are mortgage applications so low? Well, part of that has to do with millennials. Millennials are still having a hard time paying off student loan debt. They're getting married later in life, so they're delaying a home purchase.
Right.
And then so supply is still short, and that's really driving up the prices of the homes.
Yeah,
it's getting pretty expensive to buy a home.
But you're also seeing a renaissance throughout cities, throughout this country, on older buildings, properties.
People moving downtown, multifamily building, not individual houses. But so you see the cost based on mortgage rates going up and prices going up. That's very indicative of a supply and demand problem, where the supply may have been cut off for the building, because we talked in previous vlogs about how the number of builders has dropped considerably since the pre-2008 crisis and never really come back. Do we start to see new builders come back into the market and kind of build and fill in that supply gap?
Right.
That'd be very fast. And then also, like you said, like we said previous weeks, we're watching the consumer because savings rates have gone up. Well, they're not spending those savings on housing. They seem to be spending it on investing, which why the market's going up.
Which we talked about in last week's vlog.
Exactly. So it's a very important part of the overall economy and the markets.
Right. So, and if investors are spending money, generating revenues for companies, which we're seeing strong earnings growth, which we talked in last week's vlog also, that has a rippling effect then on those portfolios. Agreed?
Exactly. So we're seeing the economy, one of the largest parts of the economy is housing, has been really in the doldrums for a few months now, and the economy doesn't seem to care.
Right.
Which is great if we can detach, because then if you get the final piece, that housing market starts to boom, Katie bar the doors.
Absolutely. Yeah. Very much so. So on that note, we hope you have a great Labor Day weekend and start your week off well, enjoying family and friends. We're going to keep you updated as we have a short market week, and also know that we appreciate you taking time on this Labor Day to watch our vlog, to share it with others, and to also take time out in that busy schedule to keep those questions coming to us. Have a great holiday, a great week, and we'll keep you updated.